streams because like that's what I actually watched. Pokimane and XQ talking about Gamba. And honestly, I think she did a really good job of like showing Felix once again that he's, you know, not right about his attitude on Gamba. Or I mean, I think she did a decent job of like explaining the position.
I keep burping. About it at the time.
Is this
yeah,
it?
we did Gamba shit,
Oh.
but we were like thrown under the bus, if that makes sense. Like whenever she hit the fan and we were like against it, then they piled on. Everybody piled on. You don't have to be for it. You don't have to be neutral. You don't have to do anything. But I think piling on is something you do like by choice. And you know, me and Train, like we're kind of like we're not vindictive, but we take notes, right? People are gonna be a bunch of hoes. We take notes. We're not gonna go against them.
I
like
think
crazy.
the word you mean is petty.
Yeah, we're not. Okay, we're not
No,
petty.
y'all are a little petty.
No, they're petty as fuck. They're petty white. They're Tom Petty, motherfucker. Look, here's all I'm gonna say is this. Okay, he fucking did the thing where he pointed to like people being wrong about their takes on Gamba instead of like the main overarching issue. For example, he is going to bring up in this situation, he's going to bring up the notion that like how can people trust you because like other Gamba streamers in the past have like gotten paid by the house and like they have fake odds or whatever, you know what I mean? And he hyper focuses on that, but it's not even that. It's not, that wasn't the main issue at all. I've never fucking made that argument. My argument always is that like what Pokimane does a really good job of describing here, which is you're making money off of like getting people addicted to gambling, right? And even then, I still think it's I get why it's I get why it is content. Like I get it. And he cares about content more than anything else, and it's content, right?
Okay.
You're not
sometimes we're petty.
vindictive and vengeful, but you're a little petty.
We're not gonna take action.
I think all streamers are a little petty, low-key.
But I take notes though. All I do is take notes.
Noted.
Noted it. So I'm gonna say, because generally, if you're kind of wrong, then you're wrong. But if they're piling on, it's kind of like, okay, I'll note that, right? And then maybe next time when they're in trouble, I'll pile on it, right? But then it felt to me like we got piled on and then a 180'd on. That was my concern. So it's why I talked to him off stream, and I was like, see, at the time you piled on me and you piled on us, but now you're 180ing. So it's like when you're piling on, you act as if you know better, in my opinion. But then comes up later that you don't. And that's the only thing that I didn't agree with.
Well, I mean, didn't Miz do a gambling sponsorship before? So I don't think he ever acted like he knew better. I think. I don't know.
Oh, he's talking about Miskiv. Okay. I don't know why. Dude, the main fucking drivers of people who were criticizing XQC and Train and all the other gamer streamers were not Miskiv. Miskiv did what Miskiv always does. I think he did a good job of like not taking on additional Gamba streams, right? He fucking did one and then was like, okay, this is not for me. And then he, you know, added himself into the conversation a little bit by turning around and saying like, I did one, I no longer do it. And I respect him for no longer doing it, right? But he just inserted himself into the conversation in the same way that he does. But the main argument wasn't coming from Miskiv. The main argument was always coming from someone like myself and someone like Ethan as well.
I don't remember. Anyway, I ended up being kind of wrong about it. Because I talked to him about it, and I was like, yeah, like, I was just mauled, like, because we got paddled last time, whatever. So we cleared it up, it was fine.
Okay.
But at the end of it, we kind of hashed it out, like, it was, like, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad, I kind of hard snapped, because one, he didn't take it, or whatever, and it doesn't matter anyway, it's
Oh, yeah, I think you reacted that way because you thought he did take the
Yeah, they did take it.
And you thought that would be hypocritical.
Which would have been fine also. I'm going to be honest with you, I'd have been out of my depth anyway if I got mad about it.
You may be unaware, but Miskiv recently said he was offered $10 million for slots and he thought about it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Dude, slot guys give so much money. I don't know if he slot guys give so much fucking money. They offer a fuckload, dude. It's crazy. I don't even I mean, Misgive has tendency to exaggerate, but I'd be honest, like, I wouldn't be surprised because how much motherfuckers give money. Like, and let me tell you, for those of you who don't understand, okay, there's a couple things I need to mention here. I personally think there's a distinction between like poker or even fucking playing blackjack on stream, which they themselves are still, addictive and it's still gambling, right? But slots are the absolute fucking worst, okay? Slots are the absolute fucking worst. They are mathematically created so that they are the most addictive. It sucks you in. And the way that, I mean, there are a lot of studies conducted on this. I want to really bring on Brace from TrueAnon and Liz to have this conversation at some point because they have read into this a lot and they've talked about it a lot. But like they are specifically slots on the internet are really, really, really fucking nefarious. And apparently, and it goes all the way to like DraftKings, right? Like it starts off with like DraftKings and a type of gambling that DraftKings does, all the way to like actual fucking slots. Slots being on the worst side of that, where most people, the reason why like you get free money to fucking gamble in all of these websites is because these guys are functionally looking for the one guy that will stay on. Okay? They make most of their money off of what they consider to be whales, people who are fucking going to lose everything. Okay? The websites are designed in a way for like, what, 10% of all of the people that you're targeting to stay there where they make 10% of the people that you are basically sucking into that gambling stream, to that gambling cycle, are going to be making up 100% of the revenue, straight up. And it's so good, it's so viable for them that they can spend tens of millions of dollars on streamers, on everything else that they possibly can, because they can spend tens of millions of dollars on a streamer and they have a massive audience, but then, even 1% or 2% of that audience is going to become the big whales in that situation, and they're going to pay for the fucking marketing tenfold. They're going to be paying for the marketing because they are compulsive and they can't stop. Same thing with the crypto scam projects targeting compulsive gamblers. Yeah. That's how it works, okay? And some of the compensation strategy that these websites have on top of the millions of dollars that people are giving to streamers literally revolve around the streamer himself getting a percentage of how much money their fans are losing, which makes it doubly fucked up, okay? That's how it works. You're literally making money off of how many people are using your code to gamble to get that fucking free, to get that free like first $75 or whatever. And then you lose so much money, and a percentage of your losses are literally the payment that the people are getting. Okay? It's that fucked up. Straight up. It's that fucked up. But because of how much money because of how much money gambling platforms have, and because of how viable it is to like, focus on gambling as a consumer product, that's why you see DraftKings sponsor everything. That's why you see gambling websites sponsor everything. That's why they're all over the place, and that's why they're normalized and legitimized. Okay? Fake sign of Drake, so Canadians have seen. This was in my grandpapa's paper mail. Yeah.
I would